Good afternoon. Today I'm going to teach you the most effective ways on how to catch a muskie. Just so you're aware, the largest muskie in United States history ever caught weighed 77 pounds. It had a girth, which is the measurement around the fish, of 33 inches. It's a very large fish. Can't imagine how long it took him to reel that one in. The largest muskie I ever caught was 18 pounds. It had a girth of approximately 20-ish, 25 inches, somewhere in there. I don't recall the exact measurement around it. Muskies can be very aggressive fish. So it took me approximately 20 minutes to reel mine in, and I was only about 15 to 20 feet from shore. So I want to teach you the most effective ways on how to catch a muskie. From shore is the best way to catch them, in levels of water of 35 feet or less. So if you're below 35 feet, I'm not saying you won't catch a muskie, but you're more likely to catch a muskie in depths of water of 35 feet or less. Along the weed lines and rocks is where muskies hang out. You'll often find muskies harboring around the area where bait fish are. So if you ever see sunfish, which are little sunfish, or bass, which is a game fish, largemouth and smallmouth bass, those are where the muskies hang out because those are their fish that they eat, and that's how they live. Like I said, today I'm going to teach you the most effective ways on how to catch a muskie. From shore, it's been my experience, I've always caught muskies. Like I said, the largest one I caught was 18 pounds, and it gave me about a 20-minute fight. Very, very large fish, and boy was it fun. Well, there's going to be some things that you need. So when you're fishing for muskies, you can do it one of two ways. You can use live bait, which I use sucker minnows, which are 6 to 9 inches in length, or you can use fishing lures, which is artificial bait. Spinners. Reel in the fishing rod, cast back out and reel it in, and you can do that as well. Now there's a couple important things that you need to know when fishing for muskie. Your test line, which is the amount of the test on the fishing line, should be 50 pounds or greater, or your line could simply break. The other important thing is you need to have what's called a leader. And a leader is usually fluorocarbon or steel. And they're anywhere from 12 to 24 inches long. Actually, you can get them up to 36 inches long. And that will prevent the fish from biting the line, because these fish have teeth. They will bite you. They do have teeth. And this will prevent the fish from biting the line and then breaking the line. They can't bite through that steel leader or that fluorocarbon leader. And then you put the sucker minnow on, which is the live bait, and let it sit there in the 10 to 15 feet from shore there, and let it sit there for about an hour, and then reel it in and move it to another spot, and just keep fishing along the weed lines and where rocks are. Now, another thing that's important and essential to have is a net, because these fish can get so large and so aggressive. If you just pull it up out of the water, your line could break, even though the test line is 50 pounds, because of the amount of stress that you're putting on the line. When you're reeling in a muskie, you always want to keep your fishing rod up. You never want to keep it down, because you want to keep the stress on the fish, and you'll see the fish jump up out of the water, It's amazing. It's a really fun experience. The other thing I wanted to tell you is you have to have a proper fishing license. You cannot fish in the state of Minnesota where I live without a fishing license. So it's very important to have a fishing license. They cost about $25 here. If you're a non-resident, you can get a non-residential fishing license. And the other important thing to know is they're out there watching you. This is the DNR, Department of Natural Resources, and if you get caught, not only will they take you to jail, they'll take all your fishing gear away and issue you a citation and take you to jail. So it's very important to get a fishing license. Last but least, how you release a muskie once you've reeled it in, once that fight's on and over with, you want to take the muskie behind the gills. Behind the gills is like behind our ears, if you were human. Behind the gills, and you want to just swish it back into the water slowly until it takes off. This prevents it from drowning. If you just throw it back in, all this water could just flush into its gills and it could drown. So those are the important aspects of how to catch a muskie. I hope you enjoyed the speech. I look forward to seeing all of your speeches, and you all have a great day.